Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. Gonna ring some bells here. They may be a little loud. If you're sensitive, you may want to turn your volume down and we'll see what comes through. So in the very beginning, I was almost seeing like a snow slope or a ski slope, but it was like somebody's beard. It was very weird, and we were going down it, and just like with the action of the mouth, it's gonna like make dips and rolls, while we're skiing. So we're going downhill. So we're going with the energy here, and uh, I think it's going more along the lines of our voice, our words, and how that, you know, changes our, I don't want to say trajectory, but more on the lines of uh, the experience. If we can picture, if we're just going straight down and that mouth opened, it would drop, and uh, we can. This might not line up with physics, but when we dropped, it's almost like we had to go back uphill a little bit before we can go back down, easily. So we're going to lose speed. Uh, Naturally, we can view our words as they are very powerful, and they also change our situation, how we word anything. Uh, I saw somebody, I'm not vouching for this video, but it said something along the lines of like cares how to be a charismatic person, and this isn't the definition of charismatic that I see, but I had to click on it because it was all about saying something negative first and then positive at the end makes you charismatic. I don't know how the fuck that makes anybody charismatic. Uh, it's oh, so when like every sentence had to do with a yes and a no, like hanging out, like, hey, I had a great time, but I'm tired, so I'm going home. Instead, I'm tired, I'm going home, and I had a great time. That makes somebody charismatic. It doesn't matter. This isn't really about me. But we're looking at in our situation how if I'm going down this ski slope and I say something negative, like about my experience, about myself, about whatever, I'm going down straight and I say that, and now I got to come back up a bit. So that's slowing me down. It's changing my field, my experience, my perception. Earlier in the week, I talked about uh, just in general uh, being upset and choosing how to respond. And upset doesn't just have to be anger, it can be anything, any experience that makes it's not comfortable, it's not easy, it is resistance, it's a disruption, it's a turn, a fork in the road. All of these situations that pop up in our life, we have a choice of how to respond and to really get mindful of where our thoughts. Now, granted, this was his voice, our voice, and I look at that as also our thoughts. We have a lot of thoughts that we don't say out loud, and maybe we overanalyze things or pick things apart or are constantly thinking and critiquing situations. In this experience, like as simple as, oh, I'm dumb, you know, that's going into the subconscious. And we might think, no, it's not a big deal. I just made a joke. I was being sarcastic. But it doesn't know that. There's an energy behind it. That's the big thing. Energy behind the word. So, like, I could say a cuss word in a lot of different ways. And sometimes it would be aggressive, it could be demeaning, or it could just be an adjective of, holy shit, that's great, versus this is shitty, really filthy, it's disgusting, it is da 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 da. Yeah, stuttering on my words here. So there's a tone to everything and an energy, and we might be tone deaf, but there's this energy surrounding the word, how we speak. And that's the whole thing. Like, there's so many different languages out there. It doesn't matter what word we use, it is the energy behind the word. So when we are having these thoughts and these words and say, well, I could just use a different word. Well, let's just really focus on the energy behind the word, the thought, the action, and how it can change our up and down. Now, this isn't leading with toxic positivity and making everything okay. We certainly have emotions and we should have them, but understanding why we're having them is a huge turning point. And sometimes we can't figure that out right away because there's just a lot going on and we don't know what all we're feeling, and we may be responding in a certain way that's not really in line with what's going on. But it's really getting into keeping in check and having more control over our experience, and not in an egotistical way, but in a co-creator way, really molding or directing our energy that benefits us versus places these hiccups, delays in our experience. And through that, we would be understanding our weaknesses, our uh, shadow aspect, our wounds, and or our insecurities. And this is where these words or these thoughts are going to come up, these limiting beliefs that come out into the experience, and we can heal those. And we got the death card, transitions. Yeah, it's moving forward from this. It's healing this. Uh, this is the best practice that I have found to start to understand what's really in there. What is holding me back? What am I carrying that I'm not really aware of? And I've been living my life through it, this wound or this insecurity. I've been making decisions based upon this to keep it satisfied. And when we watch our words and we start to dissect, why do I think this way? Why am I saying this? Why am I perceiving this way? It starts to open that door to see, oh, wow, I'm really insecure about this, or I don't have confidence about this, or I talk myself down or out of it from this limiting belief from way back then, or however it manifested. And then we can heal it, we can understand it. The High Priestess, intuition. Uh, Made a video I felt like last week that was kind of like just in tune with this. Using our intuition, and the other message, and this is what came up, is paying attention. However you are connected to spirit, God, source, divine, universe, angels, spirit guides, deities, gods, goddesses, whomever it is, or your higher self, uh, they are trying to get your attention when you're having these thoughts or these words. Uh, Whatever way that you feel like you're communicating or receiving communication. And if you're not, ask for it and be more, uh, observe more to see what's really going on. Are you hearing noises during that period? Are you, excuse me, feeling sensations in your body? Are you hearing animals? Are you seeing numbers? What, or orbs, what kind of sign are you getting when you may be having these thoughts or speaking these words that you should uh, critique or work on or hold back or stop that repeating pattern? Seven of Pentacles reversed. Frustration. Where did we start here? Oh, okay. The basic experience, this is having our emotions and expressing them. And life is life. I can't take that away. I can't change that. I can't make it sugar coated any better than it is. Uh, but it truly is our perception. And there's times that certain things happen that the majority of people in the world would agree that that's shitty, or that sucks, or that's not fair. But how we view it is a completely different way to handle our emotions. It's not easy, and depending on what it is connected to, it certainly can derail us. It can set us back. It can affect us drastically. It can be real. But when we look at, well, if we really want to go down this road and we really start paying attention to what's going on in ourself, our responses, and we work back to that wound, it makes sense. It is happening for us to see it, for us to finally release it, to understand it, to heal it, and to let it go, to get out of it, to never have to deal with it again, to never have to see it the way we've always saw it, and in return change the way that is perceived, and we don't have those experiences, or if we do, they don't affect us as they used to. Uh, the louder it gets, the more clear we can understand. So it's not a rushing game like, hey, if I could just see this quicker, I'll never have to deal with it again. It's going to happen on its own time. And that's really internal. Sure, we could reach out and get other people's observations and intake, but we could hear that song and dance all day, but it won't be until we finally see it and make that decision will we ever be able to move through it. Eight of Cups reversed, clinging to the past. This is molded in us. It is programmed. It is stuck in there. Whether we did it by design to protect ourselves, or we did it, or it happened, and we just absorbed it. And this is what everybody else does, or it's what our family did, or our friends, and this is just something we picked up along the way. If we spend enough time with certain people, we pick up their traits and their behaviors. It's natural. It just happens. And I'm not saying that makes them a bad person or we have to run away from them, but it's something to think about. Were you in this place before we started interacting with this person, like with dating or coworker or a friend? Family would be hard to tell because you didn't have any other chance or opportunity. Or if you move out and you live alone, do you start to become yourself again? And then when we go spend time with the family, does it all come back? And we have to work our way through that. Uh, this is normal to, pick up these aspects and replicate them. So it's also a big thing of being like mindful of how other energies are influencing our energies. But when we go back to the clinging to the past, it's all we ever knew. And it is a hard transition to make. And when I did say something about uh, protect ourselves or to survive, to get by, say we were a pessimist or we became a pessimist because we were always let down. Maybe the people in our life always let us down. And we project that out. We believe that. So I project that out onto everyone. I have to do everything myself because everyone else has always let me down. They've never been there for me the way I needed to. And through this transition, we also have the opportunity to become the person we always needed that was never there. Two of Wands, new horizons. That is the future. Always is. Always will be. Uh, this is a great place to be. This is exciting. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy down. There's going to be some ups and downs. We're going to work through a lot. We're going to understand a lot about ourselves, our path, our decisions, our situations. But through it, everything really starts to make sense. And we become that co-creator in our experience through observation and discipline with ourselves and having a goal, whatever that may be. It doesn't have to be material. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a place to live, a relationship, a job, a vacation, an experience, whatever it is. But the main one's going to be in here that I really want to get to a place of peace, whatever that means, a place of fulfillment, a place of joy, whatever it is inside of you. And we really make that decision and we believe it and we walk towards that. We make effort towards that. It's not just something physical like going to the gym. We can do this all day long. Uh, It's our thoughts, it's our words. We can monitor it and change our experience. I'm going to leave this here. Good luck with this. And if it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you later. See you.